Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I got a box from Unity Stamps today. I had gotten an email that they had this sale, and so I couldn't resist this because they had for $3.99 each. They had these birthday grab bags. So I ordered two of them just to see, mostly just to see what was in them, but also because I couldn't pass them up for $3.99. I also got, I have been converting some of my old wood block stamps. I think over time those wood blocks, they sometimes get, either the blocks get warped or the foam sort of dries out and they don't stamp as well. So I have been taking some of them off the blocks and putting them on new foam. And for a long time I couldn't find the foam. Well, Unity has it. So I bought a sheet of the foam so that I can continue taking some of those stamps off the old blocks. And we are just going to jump right into this. They did give me this, they added a little sheet of sentiments that you can cut apart. It's always a treat to send birthday wishes to someone so sweet. Birthdays are good for you. The more you have, the longer you live. Happy birthday. Enjoy your day. Look at the bright side. At least you're not as old as you will be next year. May this be your best birthday ever. You know you're getting old when the only thing you want for your birthday is not to be reminded of it. Wishing you everything that will make your birthday happy and your year amazing. Happy birthday to the sweetest person I know. Wishing you all the best on your special day. It's a beautiful day to celebrate one of my favorite people. I feel so lucky to have you in my life. Hope you have a wonderful birthday. And thinking of you on your special day and hoping this year brings you joy, peace, and much happiness. So I will actually use those. I send more birthday cards than I send anything else. And we are going to, these are just little cards of ephemera you can cut out. I don't know, these might be exactly the same, they might be different, I just don't know. So let's see. That is someone praying. Oh, that is kind of warped. Well, we can fix that once I put it in my storage container. Oh, this is a really nice leaf. That is a kitty cat peering up over a shelf or something. Then there are 4 sentiments. I'm not even going to try to read these. We are going to grab my Misty, which I got out, along with some cardstock. We're just going to stamp these out. And we'll do that before I even look at the other things. I'm just looking at it to make sure, or try to make sure I'm stamping it the right way. And I don't keep this paper, sorry, completely out of the screen. Looks like that has moved some. Anyway. There you go. See, I think I'm just going to turn this one that way. And this one. I don't like these. See, that's like falling over. So we'll see how that stamps. And let's take, I will stamp that bigger one with something else. And I'm going to use this for when I put these in the storage. Let's see, are we going to have room for all of these? Tell you what, I'm going to stamp those first. Yeah, see this one. There we go. And let me grab some ink. I can get this open. Oh, I have to stretch my leg out. My back is still killing me. I've got to go for more x-rays today because they found nothing wrong with my hip. So now I went and they x-rayed my back. I get to go to physical therapy, and I will probably be referred to one of the orthopedists for my back. So it's all just great. Okay, fine. You were right. I will never send that to anybody. Love you, plain and simple. I guess that goes with a little airplane. Happiness lives in the smallest moments. Walking in a winter wonderland. So I might just stick that in one of my Christmas sets. All right, nice. Let me clean these off and set that to the side, and I'm going to stamp out these other ones. Tell you what, it is hard to think sometimes here. Thinking about being in pain. Okay. more second. Okay. It's the cat. That's the leaf.
Tomorrow, you'll see lots of sun and can expect a high of 74 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 57 degrees.
Okay, let's see what these look like stamped out. And I'm using these for reference, so it doesn't matter if there's a perfect stamping here. This leaf a little bit better. There we go. And I have some of their scripture set, so that will go with those really great. I always love foliage stamps, and of course I love my cats, so that's just perfect. So let me clean these off, and we'll open the other bag and see if it's all the same, or if there are different things. Okay, let's see what's behind door number 2. We do have totally different stamps. There is a chicken silhouette or rooster silhouette, a woman, one of the little monster stamps, and then more sentiments. Let's see if they'll fit on here. This is a congrats. Stamp, and depending on where I store these, I might have to stamp these again, but that's perfectly fine. Because that will go in with Christmas stuff, that Walking in a Winter Wonderland. I could just cut them out and glue them on another piece of paper. Just that one. And this one. Excuse me, I'm busy here, sir. And you can't say you're hungry because you already got fed. You did. Don't knock my cloth off. I'm using that. Excuse me, I am. You're a horrible child. Horrible. Yeah, well, you need to scoot over. and just sit there and watch. How about that? And horrible child. I've got a little hook that I hang my cloth on. He just knocked it off. And you're getting hair everywhere. Okay, so we have congrats. I'm so sorry for your loss. I believe in you. Little joys make the season bright. So another Christmassy sentiment. So that is some nice sentiments in here for $3.99. Maybe I should have got more. I don't remember if they had a limit on them or not. That is nice. Super nice. And then I need another piece of stamp on. Oh, yeah, it does help if you peel this paper off. And a little monster. It'll be great for Halloween or just a kid's birthday card. And this rooster. Silhouette stamps are great for using, especially like on ink blended backgrounds. And I don't have a lot. Excuse me just a second. There is a cat hair on here. Not be surprised. That's why one of my personalized stamps says made with love and a little cat hair. Let's see, I need some kind of handles for these pads. I know Blue Knight Rubber Stamp sells them, but you have to buy so many. But I also saw somebody doing them online with magnets. So I might try doing that. It's still, since you have to buy good magnets, it's still not that cheap. I might do it just to see how it works. Love this stamp. Love it. Oh, it's a girl monster. And she has on a little tutu. Oh, that is so cute. Well, I'm just happy as a clam. I think I sure got my money's worth. So if you ever see Unity Stamps having these grab bags, grab one. The chicken's not perfect, but that's fine. This is just for display purposes. Oops, look at that. Let's see. Let's get closer here. We're focused. Look at that. That is so nice. So 6 really nice stamps. So a set of 6 stamps and 8 sentiments for $8. That is pretty darn good, I think. Plus, I got my little sheet of sentiments, which I will use. So that, well, you know something, we could. Let me set these aside really quick. I love, this looks like a stamp Bitty Penny would use. I really like her. But let's do a monster. I have some alcohol markers over here because I was coloring some other stamps to make cards. Let's see, back out some. So we are going to color her. Just gonna put her down there. I think I can get 2 of her on here. Sorry, I have to have some coffee. I fixed an iced oat milk latte when I got home. So I went to the doctor this morning and he sent me over to the hospital over to the Institute in Warm Springs to get my x-rays. And then I had to go pick up a prescription, and then it was lunchtime. So then I went into work because I had to run checks today. She is so cute. You could use her for birthday or for Halloween. Or just for a hello card. Okay, come on. I'm going to do her a pink tutu, so I might need one more pink marker. Because I only have one out here. Okay. Yes. So, and I need to stand up for just a second anyway. So, sit down for a while. Sorry about that. It's potential spam. Sit down for a while, and then that gets excruciating, so I have to stand up for a while, and then same thing. So then I have to sit back down, just like an endless cycle. Stay away, and let's see here. Let's get out another pinky pink and pick up my hook there that somebody knocked off. He's a terrible child. And I have this one out. Okay, let's start with this. And I'm not any kind of professional. I know I say this every time, but colorist of any kind already got some pink on her hand, but we can fix that. Just go over this real quick. And you know, there is never anything wrong if you just want to use one color on something. You don't have to do a bunch of shading. It's totally up to you. And when I first started using alcohol markers, I was is that one? Or is that the darker one? Doer. Yeah, that's great. I can't tell now. Adult. Anyway, when I first started using alcohol markers, I was taught to always go over it with your lightest color and then do your shading. Then go darkest to lightest. That works well for me. So that's what I've always done. I say go with whatever works for you. And don't worry about trying to be perfect. And I saw, what's her name, Yana Smakula. I don't even know exactly how to pronounce it, but anyway, I saw her do some coloring once where she was just using one marker, just one color. Like one pink, one green, etc. And not doing any shading or anything. It looked great. And I have had some people who would say that you need to saturate the paper so that you see it on the back. I've heard people say that if the ink goes through the paper, that you've oversaturated it. So, I don't know. That's why I say just practice with your markers and do whatever you're comfortable doing and do whatever works for you. I even used to watch one woman, she's not on anymore, she just disappeared, but she would talk about, and she was supposed to be like a certified Copic person, and she would say how you shouldn't like when you lay down color like I'm doing now. I'll show you in just a second. Let's see here. And I'm not fast either, as you can tell, which is another reason why. I am not going to color both of these. At least not on camera. To make sure I was in the frame here, at least part of the way. Got to adjust my camera again. But anyway, she would say not to go over your darker with your lighter because they didn't really blend, which never made sense to me. It's like, oh, they don't actually blend. And something about if you went over the darker with the lighter color, you would bleach out the darker one, but you know something? I don't care. So there she is so far. I'm gonna grab something. We might just do her bottom lavender, like it's a little petticoat or something under here. Okay, and then we are going to do her little legs. Almost went flying here. Marker. Has the cap on it good. Okay, and there's her little legs. I'm gonna grab out one more lighter. Okay. So I already had to go to the other side of the room. Not the other side, but over there to the side. That. And we're just going to do a little yellow flower. Green center. And nothing fancy with her little horns. And there she is. That was quick. Okay. There we go. So there she is. She is just cute as she can be. I could try to fussy cut her out, but I'm not the world's greatest fussy cutter. Let's see here. So I'm not going to do anything fancy. Just trim her up just a hair later on, but for now, there is our little ballerina monster. Let's see, I do not pick up anything. I think I have a background done for her. But if y'all will wait just a second and bear with me, I have a whole bin here full of stamped things that I have never colored and backgrounds I have never used. Well, I've got some things I colored here and haven't made cards with. And watercolor images that I have not put on cards, so I need to do that. Oh, that's another Unity stamp too. I did some little robots. Let's see here. Yes. Just some ink left that I did some ink smushing on. That might work. Here's some things I was experimenting with. Nope, that's too, she like fade into the background. Too much green on there. I need to cut these out. I had stamped and colored those. Those are an old My Favorite Things. One of my favorite things stamp sets that I purchased. I need to cut those out, get them on a card. So many things in so little time. Oh, there's a background. That's a wood block rubber stamp that I got that was my mother's. I think that's an old PSX stamp. Gosh, going through my backgrounds, who knew it would turn into a trip down memory lane? That's my neighbor calling. I guess I'll have to call her back. Here. That's kind of cute. Might use that. So let me put these back up. Let me see, I'm going to cut this down. 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to knock back some of this white here. I don't know when I did this. I think I was just experimenting with just swiping ink cubes and doing some ink blending. It's just an unfinished experiment. And I'm not even sure. I had a chalk ink pad at one time that was blue that was given to me, and that might be what that was. Sorry, this should really, I don't know how that, anyway, that camera's like not where it's supposed to be. Got knocked around somehow. We're going to put a little blue on here. Oh, sorry. Put blue here. I actually think I'm going to cut this down just a little bit more, and I'm going to put a mat. So let's do 3 3/4. Too much on. I'm going to do a little black. Yeah, this is good. 5 1/4. 4. Get my glue out here. Well, I plan to just show these stamps and not make a card, but here we are. We could have done a little bit thinner border, but I think that's fine. I think that still works. foam tape. I know one reason. Y'all are just up close and personal in this card, huh? One reason I kept getting out of the frame. Go. This is the scrapbook.com foam tape, which is not quite as thick. It's got a lower profile, I guess you could say. Which I love because I mail most of the cards that I make, I mail them to people. So I like having that little bit of dimension, but it's not so terribly thick. It's not quite thin enough there. Need a piece here. I think that is good enough. And it is easy to get the release paper off of here, or the backing paper, whatever you call it. And we are just going to stamp I Believe in You, and that will be great. Let's see, do I want to stamp directly on here, or no, I do not. Let's just stamp on these cardstock here. I'm going to use pigment ink. Put our little monster girl aside. Not doing very good getting this stamp. Well, that's a little better. Okay, put that away. Take that that off in a second, and cut sentiment here. Of course, I got it on here crooked. We are going to see if I can straighten that out a little bit. Because, boy, I did not get that very straight, that's for sure. Now, move. Anybody want to see your bouquet up here? And I'm going to do this. Y'all cannot see a thing I'm doing here. I'm going to try to get this straight, but if it's not completely straight, I'm not stress about it too much. And I have a mess here. It does not take long, does it? And put our little leftover piece on here. Get another little piece of foam tape. Come on. Oh, I don't want to go around the edge of this too. These are my cheap dollar store scissors that I use to be my sticky scissors. Okay, and again, take off our release paper. Put a little bit of glue on here. Let's say, stopped up on me, but it is not stopped up. See, can I get it on here straight? And I'm just going to put it fairly centered. And put that on a card base. We have a card. But if I had thought about it, I could have done a few splatters on here. But I did not think about it. paper. Okay. I'm going to pick up that water. And there, we got a little bit of texture after the fact. And there's our little card. Super cute and really quick. So that is going to go in my stash. This most likely will be a donation, like a Cards for Cubs or, oh, what does scrapbook.com call theirs now? It used to be Cards for Kindness. But it's something else now. Anyway, thanks for watching. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I wanted to see if that brad bag was worth it, because there have been a couple of times that I've gotten real dogs by doing these mystery boxes. But I think this one was well worth the money. So if you like the red rubber stamps, which I do, I think you just get fabulous impressions with them. And anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.